Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Monday, November the 1st, 2021. Hello, November. Good to see you, November. I call this hot chocolate, gloves, hat, sweater weather. So I'm just glad that you have arrived, November, and that I had another opportunity to see you come in. So good morning to all of you as you are coming in. Let me know what's going on with you. How was your weekend? Anything great going on? Talk to me, somebody. I see you coming in here. Again, hello, November. Glad to see you. The weather is already changed. The leaves are churning and falling, and that jacket, you need more than a hoodie. You need something a little bit more. I see you, Marion Jackson. Good morning to you. I see you, Mike Nicholson. Mike Nicholson would love to have that church talk with you on the air. You're hitting on some great things, and I have two millennials who have pretty much told me about that. And you are right. When I first went to a particular church here in Columbus, Ohio, just to visit my sister and my brother-in-law, and I was like, well, what you doing with that coffee? She goes, oh, girl, we can go on in there with that coffee. And I was like, oh, we going to hell. But reluctantly, I did it. But I was so uncomfortable, Mike Nichols. I was like, what, you eating your breakfast in the sink? We don't do that. We don't do that. But I've been free. I've been free from it. So I would love to have that conversation. I've just been following you all weekend with that, Mike. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. Good morning, Katrina. Good morning, Kim Edmondson. Nah, hoodie weather all the way. Okay, that's what you say, Mike. Good morning, Diane Ladybug. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, Tony Morrison. Good morning to all of you. Just so excited to be here today. When I woke up, I was like, hello, November. It's just that time of the year. Good morning, Lori Wallace. Good morning to all of you. It's just that time of year. We have a lot of news to discuss today, so we're going to try to get through as much of it as we can this morning. Yes, God, coffee and gospel. I hear you, Deborah. I hear you. Yes, good morning to the family. So, y'all, today is Monday, November the 1st, 2021, and it's time for the weekend recap, y'all, on News in Motion. I am your host, Gail Dudley. Whether you are watching live or on the replay, I'm just so glad that you decided to spend a little bit of your time with me. Let me get what John Gore said. John Gore said, no, not in the sanctuary. Listen, John, I'm now free, but I cannot forget when my sister at a church here in Columbus, Ohio, she told me to meet her in the cafe. And I was like, okay, so, and she was like giving me the time close to the worship time. And I was like, well, we're going to have time to eat. So like me, I'm going to eat something before I leave. So we get there and she goes, hey, I ordered you this caramel, whatever. I know you like the caramel macchiatos from Starbucks. And so we're sitting there. And so she's like, come on, let's go. And I was like, in there? She goes, yeah, we can. She goes, they got cup holders in the sanctuary. I was like, oh, Lord, I'm going to hell. I was like, what is happening right now? But I've now been free of that. Now, I won't sit there because I've been some places, since we're on church, we're going to talk about church this one where we get to the news. I've been some places where it's like they just have a whole spread. It's like there's something. We're not at the movies. We are not at the movie. This is a worship experience, y'all. We're not at the movies. But I watched and I'm like, wow, this is really going on. That's a distraction for me. So I'm free from it. It's like I can do it. I'll take a bottle of water. I can do that. I don't know if I'm stirring coffee and sugar and all that. I can't. I've never taken a croissant or donut or muffin. I just believe, no, I can see my mama bringing out that wooden spoon going, bam, what you doing? Come on. We just got free of doing peppermints and gum. And even gum is like y'all, this is Black culture. If you're tuning in from other places, you're like, what y'all talking about? We don't do that in the sanctuary. We don't do that. Let me see what some of y'all saying. Mike says, I had a pastor friend contact me, ask me about how to increase bringing their young members back. Good AM, Pastor Antoinette. That's right, Katrina. Hello, somebody. I'm down for the convo. I want you to, really. Yes, praising Jesus while enjoying that coffee. Y'all in with that. Okay. Yeah, y'all in. Mike says to you, John, bro, yes, in the sanctuary, these folks eating breakfast sandwiches the whole night. They are. And I'm like, Oh, no, we can't do that. To me, I see Jesus overturning tables with that. Yeah, you're right, Mike. They don't call it a sanctuary, they call it an auditorium. You are absolutely correct. The language has changed as well. All right, y'all, we can go on and on. We got to do what we do. So let's get this party started. Y'all still in here talking about that sanctuary. That's okay. We can do it. It's all good, y'all. It is all good. Again, I am your host, Gail Dudley. This is your morning news break with News in Motion. I'm so glad you decided to hang out with me, whether you are watching it live or on the replay. Somebody say replay. It is happening all over. We have a lot of students. I had the opportunity to speak to a graduate class at the seminary, and we had a great time on Thursday morning, and many of them have gone to this page and clicked to like and follow, and I know several of you are on here this morning, so good morning to you. If you want me to come to your school, your seminary, your college or university, just reach out to us. You can reach us at our email, and I'm trying to see if I see that anywhere over here because I'm on my own again today. There you are, newsinmotionwithgail@gmail.com. Yes. I didn't realize all of my folks are in PR, as you know. And I didn't realize that this starts the day of everything that they're doing holiday wise. And so they were like, hey, we'll catch you on tomorrow. I said, I understand because we're all volunteers. So if you if you just, want to, hey, connect with me and say, hey, come to my school, I'm willing to come hang out with you. Without a doubt, let me come hang out with you. All right, y'all, there was an emergency landing. Yes, American flight from New York to California. And this is a quote, based off of what the flight attendant said. She said that the flight attendant was punched in the face twice and her nose was broken. So she needed to get off and to go to the hospital, and the police need to get on and arrest the man. Yep, y'all, that's happening on American Airlines. He was in first class. They thought it was a mask mandate or mask issue. That was not it. They found out it was because she had bumped him earlier in the flight, and she apologized. People around said she apologized. She asked for forgiveness. She goes, sir, I am so sorry. He didn't show any reaction or anything. Well, I guess he had one too many to drink. Started thinking about the fact that sister girl bumped him. Although she apologized, he got out of his seat, went to the galley, and punched her in the face twice. Who does that? And why? So that is happening. And American Airlines said, we ain't playing this. You will never fly on this airline again. And people are saying that man should not fly on any at all. And some people are saying, and this was Domestic Violence Awareness Month on top of all of that. Y'all, as of October the 26th, 2021, FAA reports that 4,941 unruly passengers have been reported, and now they're on no-fly zones. Yeah, keep playing around. You're going to be walking to your next destination. Also, FAA has fined unruly passengers up to, it's beyond $1 million at this point. Now, in other news with American Airlines, they canceled more than 1,700 flights over the weekend. Some say weather-related, some says they're short-staffed, some says they're not taking the booster, the shot, the whatever. Oh, come on, people. They're now calling this the Great Resignation. So I guess the history books will be talking about Great Resignation. All right, y'all, let's talk. Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, Business Insider, NBC News, Forbes are all reporting, and others, that the U.S., I want y'all to weigh in on this. This one bothers me a little bit because I keep thinking about the Haitians and how they were getting whipped with the cowboys on the horses, and they had to go back to Haiti. But yeah, the U.S. is in talks to offer immigrants' families separated at the border in 2018 about $450,000 a person. Yeah, that's in compensation. What? $450,000 a person in compensation. Man, I don't know what we're going to do, people. But we need to start really focusing on who we are putting in office. I don't care. I don't care if you are elephant or a donkey. I don't care if you're green or you're forward. Come on, your constituents are in need of you to make sure you're dealing with the constituents. Now, there's the housing moratorium have been lifted, okay, in the US. And people are being put outside. Hello, somebody, outside. No place to lay their head, no warmth, no food. We got food insecurity, y'all. Don't forget, 33 million children are food insecure. But you're going to go back to 2018. Put a pin in it. And we got the Haitians you sent back to Haiti. Yeah, the people who look like us. Yeah, those people. But you're going to go back to 2018 and have a conversation that is pretty much almost solidified to $450,000 per person. What? What, y'all? What? Yes, Kim Edmondson. Yes. Yes, Adrian. How did they come up with that figure? That's a good question. Yeah. It is still unfolding. The latest I have, the latest I have on here is that the Biden administration is reportedly considering making payments of approximately $450,000 to each person separated from their family at the southern border. The Wall Street Journal reports showing signs of potential settlement for several lawsuits that claim the U.S. government policies left them with lasting psychological effects. The trauma that I dealt with for 4 years with Buttercup in the office, worried about my Black husband, my Black son, my Black father, my Black brother, my Black brother-in-laws, my Black male friends, the trauma, the sleepless nights I had. You going to compensate me for that? Because I have psychological trauma, and I ain't joking about this, y'all. This is real. This is real, but this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And I'm sharing this because we need to talk about it. We cannot just sweep these things under the rug. We can't say, oh, well, happy-go-lucky, howdy-doody time. No, these things are real, and we need to talk about it. Y'all, this is what we need to think about going into the primaries. Now, no, we don't want him back in there. No. But we need to think about, what do we want as constituents? What do we need as a people? What is it that's going on? We can't even fly to friendly skies. I don't even think they're friendly anymore. What's changing? People are upset. People are frustrated. People have had it. Now, you don't go punch anybody. No, you don't do that. But we need to have a conversation, talk about, do you understand what this looks like? And you're saying that, okay, let me get off of that. All right. Yeah, y'all. New York Times is reporting AG Letitia James declares her candidacy for New York governor. She will challenge Governor Kathy Hochul for the Democratic nomination. So that's happening. She said, hey, sister, she running, I'm running too. I'm the one that shook up some things around here. Put me in office. Okay, make sure you know that's what you want to do. Yeah, I want to see what some of you saying before I keep going on. Yeah, can we get $450 for reparations, which is due to us? There you go, Denise. Let's talk about it. Democrat, President, Republican are, won't say that word on live. I got babies listening. You and me and so many others. I'm tired. Folks revealing just how emotionally unstable they are. They are, Mary Jenkins. And y'all, these are things that we have to continuously talk about. These are the things we have to put in the forefront of the minds of people. Y'all, 450,000. Let's pause right there. Now, we still getting what's unfolding with the $600 in bank accounts. Now, it jumped to $10,000. But if you're going after the billionaires, that ain't two. Those aren't even two. They don't care about $10,000. So what is it? Who are you going after, and why? And why do we keep getting the hit, the everyday people? Why are you hitting us? Make that make sense to me, somebody. Make that make sense. I've been talking individually with some tax accountants to find out what this, is the $600 back on the table, since they can't pass this $3.5 trillion bill or $1.85 trillion bill. But they're taking off family leave. They're taking off free community college. They're taking off things that actually will equip us everyday people. Hello, somebody, to make strides and to do things. That's why I say, as a believer of Jesus Christ, don't put all your eggs in the basket of the president, the administration, and Congress. No. I know a man. His name is Jesus. I'm going to focus on him. But while I'm at it, he's given me a voice. He's given you a voice to bring these things to the forefront so that we can talk about them. Y'all, right now, and I pulled this out, and this is out of AARP. Right now, y'all, there are 350 cities. So if you have not voted, I think early voting is over. You have tomorrow to vote. More than 350 cities, they have on the ballot their mayors. More than 350 cities. Within that, Washington State, Montana, Idaho, California, Utah, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Arizona, Minnesota, Iowa, New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Ohio, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida all have major ballot measures on the ballot. And most of those have become school board. Most of those have become council people. Most of those have different issues. Listen, if you have not voted, do so. They're really concerned in Virginia with the governor's race. They're neck and neck. But right now they said that they have less than 50% of the voters out voting. They can only hope that the other 49 to 50% come out on tomorrow. Y'all, these things are serious. This is how we need to have Bible study, missions, organizations, yep, small groups, yep, the News in Motion ambassadors, yes, all of that. We need to continue to educate because, y'all, these local elections will feed in to the national elections, to the primaries next year. Don't sleep on this. Don't stay home. If you have not already registered to vote, do me a favor. On tomorrow, you can't vote, but on tomorrow, make that your day to register to vote. Make that your day to register to vote. Everyone who has already registered to vote, please make sure you exercise your constitutional right and vote. It is so important that we vote. I see y'all saying y'all voted yesterday. People said they voted early. Great. I did not vote early. I will be voting on tomorrow. I'll come on the air. I'll leave and I'll go and vote. So y'all, we have to do that. We have to do that. Okay, CNBC and Yahoo Finance are reporting that the Spanx founder, I just thought I needed to give y'all some good news. Good news, y'all. The Spanx founder and CEO, Sarah Blakely, y'all, she surprised her employees with first-class tickets. 2, not 1. They can take somebody with them. 2 first-class tickets to anywhere in the world. In the world. Hello, somebody. And on top of that, she gave them 10 grand each. She gave them 10 grand each for spending money after the company valued at $1.2 billion, that's what it'd be, in deal with the private equity firm Blackstone. This was her quote. And then the tears really started to flow when I surprised everybody with 2 first-class at Delta plane tickets to anywhere in the world and $10,000 cash to spend on the trip. I really want every employee to celebrate this moment in their own way and create a memory that will last them a lifetime. Cheers to 21 years of magic and many, many more to come. Yes, y'all. Sarah Blakely started her company with $5,000 of her savings and ended up becoming a self-made billionaire. Here is your opportunity. Y'all, containers are still somewhere else. We ain't seeing those containers. I believe it was Pastor Victor Davis from Trinity Baptist Church here in Columbus, Ohio, posted a picture that deodorant, he couldn't find deodorant. He warned everybody, please wash. Please wash, because the deodorant was out. And we hear that is a hot item that is out right now. But listen, y'all, it's not about the gifts this holiday season. No, it's about loved ones. It's about relationship. But I also want to say, if you decide or determine to buy a gift, shop locally. Shop with your local business people, artists, jewelry. Y'all know that Latrice Jones and Luxurious Life, they are one of our sponsors for News in Motion. So there it is. I put that up. Contact her. Order it, y'all. Y'all, listen, we have to support each other. I'm not going to sit here and call off names, but we do have the Unwrap This campaign that's going on here as well. It's a part of what we do. So even invest in the Unwrap This campaign. So you're saying, well, what is the Unwrap This campaign? Hold on. I'll show you right now. We started in October. We kicked it off with Diane Ladybug, and her information is still up there. We have more that are coming on who's going to unwrap their product or services here on live, on our StreamYard Live. We are on the StreamYard platform. So we are on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn, we are on YouTube, and we are on all the other audio platforms such as Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn. I'm sure I'm missing some. But listen, y'all, there is a fee for that service, but that keeps us doing what it is that we're doing. Commercials, as you watch television, whether it's Hulu or Netflix or Spectrum or Comcast or wherever, they have sponsors that come in. They have advertisers that come in that keep them doing what they're doing. Our goal is to always bring you factual information. We want to do that on a regular basis. So with that being said, why don't you become a part of our Patreon family? The Patreon family is $15 a month. Yes, it is. I know y'all probably saying, she in the middle of news talking about, Just call it a commercial. We do that. That's what happens. You can go to patreon.com/news in motion and just sign up. There's also a thing if you want to become an investor. That's a different amount, but it's there. But we wanted to share that today. We also want to talk about our holiday appeal right now. It's a one-time gift. You can do that through the Cash App, which is MIM today. And you're probably saying, well, what are you doing? Well, we do research 24/7. I used to do other things on the side, but I decided that I wanted to really focus on the news and make sure I'm doing research. So I give 8, 9, 10 hours a day to this because I choose to. So I'm not asking you to pay me. That's not what I'm asking you to do, but I'm asking you to support what it is that we do. Now, we have opportunities to do so many different things, and we are looking at sponsorship with nonprofit organizations. And we're also looking at how we can partner with different people. So that is a piece of it as well. We're looking at influencer base. But here's what I want to share with you all. There are other people who have reached out to us and said, hey, we want you to be an influencer. We want you to share our information on your show. But when we look at it and when we read that contract, because yes, I have an attorney, when we look at it and read that contract, it goes to having me silence myself and some of the things that I say. We're never going to silence ourselves here. So we want to have that freedom, which means we need people who tune in, who like and love what we're doing, to not only share it, to share. It's just sharing is free. Hit that link to share this, to get this out to other people. But in addition to that, think about becoming a partner with us. That, and you get stuff on Patreon. You're not paying for the news. You get all kinds of things on Patreon. And only the Patreon members can tell you that. So Patreon members, if you are on here, whether you're tuning in from LinkedIn or YouTube or right here on Facebook, put in the chat what you have received as a Patreon member. I'll get off of it. I know y'all ready for me to roll on to other things, but I needed to stop and to share that. I needed to share that. All right, y'all, in Austin, Texas, Texas 3D printing company Icon is working with an American home builder, Lanier, and Danish architect, Bajaki Ingels Group, to create the world's largest 3D print neighborhood in Austin, Texas. Okay, y'all, the 100 home development will use Icon Vulcan construction systems capable of building 3,000 square feet homes using the company's proprietary walling system, which it says produces stronger and longer lasting results than traditional building methods. That's really interesting. Yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. In the World Series right now is 3-2. Braves are on top of the Houston Astros as they're going into Game 6. It's getting heated, y'all. It's getting heated. All right, y'all. Reasons 101 why I like Apple. Hello, somebody. Y'all, an investigation by the Financial Times found that Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube lost around 9.885 billion. That's with a B. 9.85 billion in revenue following Apple's changes to its privacy practices, which I absolutely love. You probably remember Apple announced app tracking transparency policy last year that requires apps to ask permission to track users' data. The policy went into effect in April, barring apps from tracking users if they opt out. I'm opting out of all of them. When it pops up, nope, not tracking me. Apple CEO Tim Cook told analysts on a call last week that the service has been extremely popular, I'm sure it is, with its customers. According to Verge is reporting this, Apple's new policy will force social platforms to become more creative with their advertising. Hello, somebody. Yes. All right, y'all. In the heartbeat bill, the U.S. Supreme Court is scheduled to hear arguments today challenging Texas' recently enacted fetal heartbeat bill. The justices expedited the hearing, considered one of the most high-profile abortion rights cases in recent memories, at a pace not seen since Bush and Gore in 2000. That came directly off of the Supreme Court of the United States website. So you want to check that out? You can check it out. Just go in there. There's all kinds of stuff. Y'all can follow along with the hearings, how the votes go, the arguments, everything, y'all. When I give you a resource, tap into it, use it. That helps you when you're looking at other things. All right, y'all. Again, I said earlier, it's the year of the Great Resignation. Already in August, we have 4.3 million people say, peace, I'm out. Now we have congressmen and women and House and senators saying, I'm done. Yep, y'all. Representative Adam Kinzinger, Republican in Illinois in District 16. He's a leading GOP critic of former, that dude, to resign after the current term. He really went into the Republicans, and I captured some of the words because I was like, he ain't playing, he mad. He was calling them willing participants of the party lies, of conspiracy and dishonesty, after announcing he will not run for election next year. He says, I haven't seen any momentum in the party move away from lies towards truth. The six-term Republican added, and that came straight out of Huffington Post. All right, y'all. We do this now? I'm telling y'all, the friendly skies are no longer friendly. A Southwest pilot said, let's go, Brandon, in his announcement. If y'all haven't followed what let's go, Brandon mean, I encourage you to Google it because I can't say it on there. No. A Southwest airline pilot reportedly told passenger over the plane intercom, let's go, Brandon. It is a popular meme phrase that's being used to mean Joe Biden. The saying drew audible gasps from passengers in the morning flight to Houston to Albuquerque, New Mexico, according to an Associated Press reporter who was on board. Yeah, y'all Google it, find out for yourself. It ain't nice. I'm like, we do that? This is where we are as a country? Get out of here. Yeah. Y'all, AP is reporting, the headline reads, COVID-19 global death tolls tops 5 million in under 2 years. Yeah, Adrian said, oh, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. And then when they interviewed, he said, yeah, I said it. I'm like, you bad enough to say that? Woo, I don't want you. See, listen, pause. I'm like, so who's driving me places if I'm in an Uber or a Lyft? Who am I flying? Who's flying the plane if I'm on a plane? Who's serving my food if I'm in a restaurant? Y'all, the game has changed. It's changed. It's like, let me see your resume. We should be able to dial up people or take their thumbprint or something to see where they stand on their shoes before we say that's where we want to eat or shop or go or fly. It's just crazy. So yeah, that's happening. All right, y'all, this is November the 1st. Real quick, news in motion, our holiday mission and focus. I told you last week I was going to share that today. Number one, we're going to identify those who are food insecure, and we want you to come alongside us to help us do this within your direct community. So the funds that are happening in your community stay in your community. So if you are a viewer of News in Motion, we want you to identify, partner with the church, partner with an organization, whatever that looks like, then gather alongside the News in Motion ambassadors and make sure we are meeting the needs of those who are food insecure. We will be having a representative from Feeding America to join us to go more in depth about the numbers and the needs that are out there. This is what I can say, and this is coming out of the AARP as well. Food help for older Americans who use federal benefits to help pay for food have more money to spend on a healthy diet beginning this month. So that is happening. But like I told y'all the other day, it goes from $204 to $250. Okay, it is a little bit more, but that's what's happening. And they're saying that some of them who are getting medication and the expensive medication and how they have to eat with medication, they find that to be a bit concerning. So that's one of our focuses as we're in November and December. The second thing, y'all, winter is coming. I really missed that show. I forgot the name of it now, but they used to always say winter is coming. So winter is coming. There are organizations out there who are doing drives for hats and gloves. And I want News in Motion. I'm asking all of you to become a part of that, whatever that looks like for you. You may be already doing it with your church. I was at a church celebration, 185-year church celebration on this past Saturday. My man preached and he threw down. That was a powerful word. His title was, "What Now?" He broke that word down. Anyway, one of their leaders, Carol Ware, stood at the podium and shared what they were doing in getting hats, coats, and gloves, I believe is what they're doing. We want to make sure that we are a part of that no matter where we live. And there's viewers there are global viewers of News in Motion. We're not going to have one spot. That's not what we're doing. I'm all about saying that you partner with what's already going on out there, but make sure that you're becoming a part of it so we can make sure people are going to be warm this winter season. Next week, we got a takeover. We got a takeover next week. We're going to be talking about organ donation. So start thinking about that. Look at your driver's license to see if you are already an organ donor or not, but that is coming. I'm so excited about that. Partnering with Demia Can Die and to bring that to you. We also have what we want to do. What we're finding is that there's a shortage on diapers and formulas for babies. Single moms are crying out. Single dads are crying out. They're saying we need help. So y'all, again, we're going to find these different organizations, and what we're going to do is begin to post them on the Facebook page. So if you're not following us on the Facebook page, please do so. It's News in Motion. We want to do that. Mike Nicholson says, I'm at the YWCA if y'all feeling like hitting us up. Please do that. Cassandra Tolver says that necklace, you can find this necklace on www.experiencesavvy.shop. Yes, you can. Thank you. You're not getting this one, but there is one more left. John just said, I Googled it. Did you Google it, John? Yeah, that's what he said on the loudspeaker. Game of Thrones. That's it, Kenny Stanley. Thank you for putting that out there. Listen, y'all, we have to make sure that we are partnering with people. I'm not building an empire here. I'm here to give you the news. But what I would like us to do is begin to make those connections as we did last year. We want to strengthen those. We still have that partnership with Aldi's, and I'll be rolling more of that out in days to come. Hopefully we can get a representative on here to talk with you, to let you know how you can connect with your local Aldi's to make sure that we are getting people fed. Y'all know that's a thing for me. I already told you about the holiday appeal. Those of you who are Patreon members, I know your Patreon comes out today, but I'm asking on top of that an additional one-time gift. There's things we want to do with News in Motion. No, I'm not getting ready to go buy something for myself. myself. But listen, we have things we want to do and we need to do. Actually, I need to hire an assistant. That's really where I'm at right now. You can only use volunteers for so long, and then it takes us to another level. So we want to be able to do that. And we have other things that we have that the team and I have been discussing that we want to roll out as well. So here's our holiday appeal. Will you hear it again? You may hear it one more time, but y'all know me, I don't harp on stuff like that because I believe that God will send me and send us what we need. But I would love for you to partner with us on that. I've given you the Cash App, and if y'all need it again, let me put it up here. It's just a one time. It's like you're just making an investment, saying that I want to join along with you. So there's the Cash App. If you want to become a Patreon member, so y'all see that the Cash App, you want to become Patreon member, there it is, patreon.com/news in motion. The other day, my husband and I were having a conversation. I'll share this with y'all. Know I'm really transparent. I know we got to go. And we were talking, and he says, you give a inspirational message every day. I said, yep. He said, every Sunday the pastor gives a message and they call for an offering. He said, you be dropping some nuggets every day. He said, people should automatically be inspired to just give just because of the work that you pour into the lives of people. And I said, when they get there, they'll get there. And I said, I'm never going to push. I just wanted to say that today on November the 1st. All right, y'all, the inspirational message, talking about the inspirational message, be present today. Be present. Sometimes we are in our own world and people are just needing us. They want to see a smile when you're walking through the department stores or the grocery stores or the aisles of wherever. Be present. If someone says to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, make sure you respond. Don't say you too. One thing, and I think I said this here before, when I used to travel all the time and I would be in my own world and be rushed and be hurried and trying to do what I need to do, I would go to the airport and I'd be on the side before I go through TSA. And that ticket person would say, if they're checking my bag, putting it on the belt to send it out, they'll say, you have a nice flight. Because I wasn't paying attention, because I wasn't present, I would respond, you too. They weren't going anywhere, which means I wasn't present in that conversation. Sometimes people just need to know that you hear them, that you see them. So I'm asking all of us today to be present. So often we ask God to come and sit with us and be present with us and be with us. And I'm sure God is probably sitting there saying, well, can you come be present with me? Can you just come be present? I just want you to be still and know who I am and that I'm God. I just want you to be still and know that I'm already taking care of everything that you need. I just want you to be present with me. So often we ask for things, but God is saying, I want you to be present. I want you to go and be the hands and feet of Jesus. Yeah, y'all, the hands and feet of Jesus. One more thing before I go. Dr. Kim Carter taught me this a long time ago. She showed me this. We all can get those Ziploc bags or whatever they look like. It's getting cold outside, and we do have homeless people outside. We talked a little bit about this last year during this time in the middle of the pandemic. Fill that Ziploc bag with some hand sanitizers, with some coins if you can, with some gloves, with a hat, with some tissues, with some toilet paper, with some deodorant, whatever you can stuff in that bag. When you see somebody, you don't have to say anything. And listen, please, please, please do not go to some areas by yourself. Make sure you're in twos or more. Just leave it, or you can take them, put them in the bus, different bus stops, whatever places that y'all be careful rolling up on people. Be careful. Don't do that. Use wisdom, exercise wisdom. But now is the time to do that. If you have extra blankets, deliver the blankets. I saw Cassandra Tavro on here. Y'all heard me talk about it, the hats and gloves. Y'all partner with organizations that's already doing it to make sure we're meeting the needs of the children, of the families, of the women and girls and men in that direct area. All right, y'all, I can go on and on because I'm pumped. I'm all the way live. I'm so thankful for November. Hot chocolate, hat, gloves, sweater weather. Until tomorrow, I am Gail Dudley, your host of News in Motion. Y'all know what I say, y'all. Stay well and remember, make some moves.